In this video, this is part 2 of the 2-part series. I finished up the animals that go with this and the clown. Got a giraffe, a lion, a camel, a pig, a rabbit, a horse, a bear, and an elephant. And stay tuned. I'll show you how I cut those out. I don't get into the detail on the painting because I have to concentrate on that painting. I'm not a great painter, and I'm trying to figure out the details on these designs. And I'm mixing and matching my own colors to make these work. So basically you're just going to see the finished product other than the cutting. I don't show a lot of the actual painting itself. I'm going to give some updates as we go. So stay tuned. I'll show the patterns. It's very simple scroll saw work. Biggest part in this is assembly and painting. So stay tuned and we'll cover the patterns. And the material is mostly poplar because it's being painted. Don't need any real exotic wood for this. So stay tuned and we'll look at the pattern and cut it out and show you how the painting goes. Well, these are the patterns for the animals for this project. Giraffe, camel, a lion, a horse, elephant, a bear, I got a rabbit and a pig, and then we got this clown who's going to be articulated, or got 2 legs, 2 arms, and going to be some pins there, and we'll try to put those 1/8 and make them movable. Then they'll have to be painted. Same thing for all of them. They all got to be painted. That's the big part of this project. It's not hard to cut this out. Very simple cuts. There are no real internal cuts. All this stuff is painted on, these eyes and all, so there are no internal cuts. It's all external, and it'll be quick, and it's easy as far as the scroll saw is concerned. But then I get back to the painting. Like I said before, I'm not great at painting, but I guess I can stretch my boundaries, my horizons a little bit here and try to improve on that. I worked on the wagon a little bit. I got the wheels where they got axles all the way through and they will roll properly now, but I got a lot of painting touch up on it, and as I use the colors on this, I'll go to it and work on it at the same time. Got a few places I got to remove a little paint because it blobbed up, and smooth it out and repaint it. But anyway, that'll be a process in the background as I'm doing these. So there's not much to put together here. You got the ears on the elephant, you got the mane on the lion, you got to put the clown together. And other than that, it's just cutting them out and painting. So now I got all these mounted. I get them to the scroll saw and I'll cut them out. I've got it all cut out. I just wanted to touch base here. I've been working on it. Show you the colors that I've chosen for them. I've got a base coat on all of them. First round. Some of them are just about finished as far as the base coat. But these are the colors. You got the gray for the elephant, a lighter gray for the horse, and then two different browns for the bear and the camel. And the lion and the giraffe are yellow. Of course, then I got the details. The pig is pink, the rabbit's white. Right now the clown is white, but that's going to be, I'm using that as a base coat. I'm going to paint over that with yellow and black and other colors and put the details of the face and the colors for the costume. You know, it's just pink, it's yellow with red polka dots, something like that. I started a little bit on the elephant there with the tusk and the eye. I'm going to put a dark spot in the eye. And so anyway, all these have a lot of detail to put on them yet. But one of the reasons I went ahead and I put this white not only as a base coat, especially in these small pieces, you get a lot of fuzzies on the bottom side of a piece. But a smaller piece is even worse depending on the type of material you use. So you put the paint on, it actually shows up better. I filed some of that off before I even painted. Then when you put the base coat on, it actually sticks out and shows more, and I go with an X-Acto knife, and it's easier to take off at that point. And there'll probably be a little more of that to do as I move forward. Anyway, I just want to kind of show what I've done so far and where we are. Got a lot of detail on all these. They've all got things on their backs, at least the camel and the elephant and the horse. And the bear has a collar, and the pig has a collar, and then I've got to put the details on the line. The giraffe has the spots, of course. So anyway, this is where I am. Some of these are custom mixed colors, so I could get what I wanted on them. The elephant's a little darker than I originally intended, but I'm going to go with what it is. So anyway, let me move forward, and I'll stop and show what I'm doing as I go with each piece. I don't want to stop painting. It's hard to paint and film at the same time. And then it's kind of stop and go because I have to paint a little bit and let it sit. But anyway, I want to touch in here and check in here and show you what I've got done. Pretty well got the bear done. Got the giraffe done. And I've got the lion done. Got his little tail on him. It's got a little piece of a dowel for the tail. Giraffe had the tail in the pattern. This one also got its own tail, but that blue paint is still wet. I just put that on there. There's still more to go on that. The only thing this likes, I got to put the tail, I got to drill a hole for the tail. I'm going to paint a star or something in the center of that red. The pig is done. It was very simple. So same for the rabbit. The elephant is going along pretty well. I got to put the deal on the back, and I got tassels that go on the same thing on the camel. There's tassels below that layer. I haven't touched the clown yet. It's the most complex of all of them, and I guess I was saving the hardest for the last. I needed a little practice in putting this paint on and deciding exactly how I'm going to do it. Still got the elephant ears are not put on yet, but this one's glued together and finished. These three are totally finished. The pig and the rabbit are totally finished. The horse almost is, and same for the camel. And it won't take long to do the elephant. I'm going to paint that, I believe, a blue, and then I'm going to do another insert of the same design, white, to cover that over. And then there's going to be a star on that, and there's tassels on that also. So that's where I am. I got part of it. I got 5 of them actually finished. 3 of them are getting close, and then I got the clown. It's small, but there's a lot of detail on it, and I've just kind of been dragging my feet on starting it. But anyway, I just wanted to check in and update on where I am. I want to catch up again where I am. I've been busy. This is one of those stop and go projects because you have to wait on paint to dry, and it sometimes takes 2 or 3 coats. Pretty much finished with the horse. I got to put his tail on him. I've got a star on him. and the saddle and the blankets and what have you. I've got the bear done. I think he's pretty well done. Got his little stub of a tail in him. And the giraffe is done, and the lion is done, and I got his tail. So I forgot the pig and the rabbit done. I've also got the camel done. Got some blue and yellow, and then painted some tassels on there. So he's done. And I'm pretty well along on the elephant. I got to touch up that white some more, another coat on the white, and then I'm going to put a big red star in the middle of that. Got the tassels on there and all the little details. Eyes and tusks are all done. And he's got to have a tail also. I got to do that. I have started on the clown, and that's where I am right now. I got to choose a color. His hat and his pants are supposed to match, and then I'll have to figure out a color for that and for his collar, and the same thing. His legs will have some of the pants on it also, and his arms, I got to figure out the little ruffle, what color I'm going to put on that. It'll probably match the ruffle on the main body. But I'm coming real well along on that, and won't be long I'll be finished with this. I've been touching up the paint on the wagon a little bit, and I'm sure I'll find plenty of stuff here to touch back as I go back over it. Anyway, I'm just kind of choosing some colors and playing with them and mixing and matching just to see how I can get it to turn out. So let me continue on. Next time I pop up on this video, I probably will be finished. So let me get to it and I'll get there. Well, that was quick. I finished them. Not perfectly painted. I'm not a great painter. I tried to follow the pattern that they had in the book a little bit, give me some ideas on what to do. There's the clown. There's the clown. And I got both sides of him done. But anyway, he sits up there pretty nicely. And I got the bear. Got the elephant. Kind of crude painting, but it's about as good as it's going to get from me. There's the horse. You got the pig. It was very simple. The rabbit. Didn't do much on those. And the camel. And as I call him, the dog-faced lion. And the giraffe. So yeah, some of those were fairly simple. The camel and the elephant and the horse, they were a little more complex. I had to create my own patterns to paint those with. Some templates and things I made. They had some suggestions in the book on the pattern of the elephant. They had those outlines and stuff on it. Same for the horse and the camel. And again, give you an idea. And same thing for the clown. Anyway, that's finishing this project. That's a two-part project. This is part 2. I'll link part 1 to it once I get this posted. So if anybody wants to watch them, they can get them both at the same in sequence. So anyway, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I'm about out of room for displaying stuff. But I might take it down to my consignment shelf downtown, and just to attract attention as much as anything, hopefully. So if you like that, hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe. This is kind of out of character for me, a project like this, but I like to do something different occasionally and stretch my horizons, as they say. So thanks for watching, and I hope you join me in the next video.